Welcome to Novias, ladies. I'm here today with the Techno heads, Meli Rodriguez and Deana Sophia. Meli, you came all the way from Costa Rica and you're here from Philadelphia, so welcome to New York City, ladies.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for meeting us. And yeah, let's get into it. So, Deana, how did you get into the music game?
So it started for me in 7th grade. I found trance music and kind of just like completely fell in love with it. And then as I got older, you know, I continued to listen to it and the progression of electronic music and the whole underground scene. And then I started working at a nightclub, and that's kind of where I started seeing a whole bunch of DJs, and I was like, you know, always creeping on the DJs. Like, I'm always curious about what they're doing and what they're playing. So I would go home and like try to find every track, and like, cause I would just Shazam all night. So basically, yeah, that's pretty much.
So you weren't like a stalker girl, though. You weren't like, hey,
yeah, no, I was like, no, it's more like peeking over and like seeing what they're doing.
Exactly.
No,
so
no,
you went from trance to techno.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
How did this happen?
You know, you start with like the slower stuff, and then I keep going into this like dark hole of music. So I feel like I'm just going in like darker and darker. And I mean, I love it all, but like playing, I really like playing like melodic and like yeah, just like dark stuff. That's kind of what appeals to me the most. So.
Yeah, I know that about you guys. You actually play some dark techno. So, and you look so innocent, right?
At least like that's been my whole like point of view or like approach towards my parties that I promote. Like I use pink and yellow or blue and white, and it's not like black and white, you know, techno. It's like pink and yellow, like party, and it's all about the brand, and nobody really knows what they're gonna listen to, and then they get there and it's techno, and they love it, and then they come back, and then it's just. You know, I'm wearing black pants, but I'll try to wear bright colors and be all about smiles and like good vibes, and that's like, I feel like we're rebranding techno right now. It's like the new generation is stepping up and like.
Oh really? Yeah, because I read in your bio that you're sending vibes, not beats. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, anybody can go up and play whatever track, but if they don't transmit a certain amount of thing to the audience, then they're not gonna have that experience, I feel. So it all depends on the DJ and the vibes that the DJ is giving out to the audience. If he's just like, I don't know, not connected, then the people are gonna be like, oh, this is boring, like I'm gonna go have a cigarette. Or like, if the DJ's like really into, like, oh my god, I love her, I'm getting chills, like what's her Instagram?
Yeah, you seem very energetic.
I am very anxious, so I'm like, I have to let it all out, you know. Yeah.
Oh wow, so this is your outlet, music is your outlet, performing is your outlet.
Yeah.
How about you, Deana? That's your like innocence, like help you in the underground scene?
It does and it doesn't. People think, like when they see me, they think I'm more of like a big room DJ. So whenever I go on, they're like, oh shit, you know, like she does not play that at all. So I think I kind of throw people off when I go on because they're like, you know, they don't expect it. But like she said, you know, everyone's like, oh, wear black, and even though I'm wearing all black today, but like when I play,
we can wear black.
Yeah.
Meli, you're a double agent, pretty much. You're an A&R, you're a label founder, Puchero Records, right? I know your journey in Costa Rica wasn't so easy. First you were...
Okay, well it took us literally, me and my husband graduated university. I graduated as a graphic designer, he graduated as a music producer. We moved to Costa Rica, and then we had, I don't know, maybe half of a year it was that we were trying to email all these promoters and trying to get on their parties and trying to collaborate, and I wanted as a designer to be part of the whole creative process and maybe design the flyers myself, and they were so close-minded, and I want to play this music and I'm playing these DJs because they pull this time, so we're like, what do we do, and then we're just like, let's start our own record label, let's start making our parties and all that, and then we started emailing directly the clubs, and then that's how we got the first date, which was at the small room of Club Vertigo, which fit like 500 people.
That's not a small party.
It's a small room. The big room fits 2,000. So then we did the first party there, and it was like a nice flyer, different colors, different whatever image, and we got over 500 people. So then the next month we got the main room, and so it's been for a year since.
So you in the main room now?
Yeah, we're in the main
2,000
room
people.
monthly. It's
How?
like, yeah, 1,500
Monthly.
people, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's amazing.
Costa Rica, yeah.
Yeah, so how's the scene out there? I didn't expect
I
this.
mean, well, it's been 4 years, so we've kind of been like slowly educating them. So started playing like tech house remixes, very like commercial kind of like house music, and then slowly started playing like more tech house, like industrial or whatever, and then started playing techno in the end. And we have producers and DJs that come from all over the world to play at these parties, so people know that they go to that party, it's going to be a good brand. They might not know D-Unity, for example, which is a huge DJ. They might not know who that is, but they're going to get there and they're going to find out, you know. And
You're gonna learn, and they're
so-
gonna love.
And they're going to love it.
So you guys are basically like a culture hub in Costa Rica.
Yeah, pretty
Shout
much.
out.
Techno hub in Central America, pretty much.
Techno
it's
hub, yeah.
The sound system there is amazing.
Well, Deana actually DJs in DR and Mexico, so
Yeah.
that's very interesting. How does that compare to Philadelphia?
Yeah, so I just started playing there recently, and I honestly love it. So because Philly, it's a little harder to play more underground music because they're not very like open to it yet, I guess. You know, Philly's more of like a hip hop kind of scene, so
The Diplo scene?
Yeah, exactly. So the crowd is there for sure, but it's just smaller. So every time I play a show, you know, I'm a little nervous because these people have probably never heard of this type of music before. So it's, you know, it's
What is the
definitely-
response?
The response is good, actually, which is like really exciting for me because, you know, we're kind of like bringing that kind of music to Philly, which is awesome. But whenever I play in Mexico or like Dominican, it's great because everybody loves it, and I just feel like it's so much easier almost because
it's like the Latin vibe. It's
yeah,
just,
yeah, because they're like more open to it, and I guess maybe they've already heard it before or like similar styles, so definitely makes it a lot more fun because they're like more passionate about it too, which makes it a lot more fun for me. So.
Is that true? Are you guys more passionate?
I mean,
South America
it's
about
true
techno?
that the crowds might be different, but I've realized that and taken advantage of that. So when I come and play here, I'm like, and nobody, everyone's like, "What's she doing?" And then I'll
Really?
do it again. Second time they'll be like, and then they'll start whistling too. You know what I mean? Start getting, because people don't really whistle here. They just like dance, or they're more like close. Maybe not New York, but in like Chicago or Denver, you know, it depends the crowd. They're more like quiet. They still enjoy the music, but they're not like in Costa Rica, like, oh, screaming, hey, hey, hey. You
Oh
know what
my
I mean?
god, that's what's going
So
on
then-
out there? I gotta go there.
Yeah, you really gotta go there.
It's
So-
amazing. In terms of production, you've been producing for about 4 years right now,
like
right?
4.5. Yeah.
How does your creative process look like? at this point?
I used to play the drums as well, so I was like percussionist my whole life, and then designing was really similar to producing, like Ableton. I use Ableton, so every sound is a color pretty much. So, and then I remember when I was a kid, I had a notebook and I would make my own tracks and be like tuk, 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 and like just weird noises, you know, and like. So like in my head, I feel like it's structured, so I can just sit down and like, you know, just put a sound here, and then I want another sound here, and then I want it to break and explode, and then I need some white noise down here, and then I need like a little synth to like repeat, and then I need them to like, you know.
That's interesting. That's really interesting. I heard of that system before. How does your creative? She's working on her first EPK at the moment. So is there any
EP,
advice?
Yeah. Yeah.
EP, sorry.
It's okay.
She's working on
EPK
her
is
first
press
EP.
kit.
Her first EPK.
Yeah, EPK is a little different, but it's okay. No, I've been dabbling in Ableton for the last like year and a half or so. And recently I just finished my first track and I was going to release it, but I decided to wait, and I'm gonna do a little like 3-4 song type thing. But yeah, the way I do it is just kind of reverse engineer or something. So I'll find a track that I really love and kind of like break it down from there, and you know, start with like a 16 or 32 loop, and just find like sounds that I love and try to make it my own, and then kind of just go from there. So yeah.
That's very interesting
Yeah.
too. Do you have any advice for her as a fresh meat on the market?
I mean,
in
it's
terms of
hard. It
production?
depends like what you want to do. If you want to make music for yourself or for the labels, because each label has a certain structure that they want. So you send them something that you like, but they don't like it because it, you know, it depends on the label.
So
right?
how does your label operate? How do you operate?
My label, if we like it, then we're gonna release it. Doesn't matter what structure it is.
Okay.
If it sounds good, and then if I really meet you and like I can see that you've been trying and like you're hustling, I will definitely like support you. And then besides that one, we have 5 other sub labels. So if it doesn't fit with one, if it's maybe EDM, then you can send it to Smoking Records. If it's like more house, you can send it to that. Like we have a lot of options to keep supporting like the newcomers, you know.
That's interesting. Are they all like based in
Costa Rica? Yeah. No. Well, actually, some label managers are from other places, but they were all born in Costa Rica. The labels.
Wow, you guys really growing the scene there.
Yeah. Like, well, we started like we decided to start 6 labels because we can only release 2 releases a week. So we have 6 labels we can release. You know, multiply that. And
fuck the system, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna find a way around it.
There you go.
And also, when I wanted to start, I didn't receive the support I would have liked to receive when I email a track of mine. So I always give feedback. Like maximum 8 days, we'll reply like on the email. Like. Trying, but it's getting really busy.
Do you get a lot of music from female producers?
No.
Or like you don't know?
I don't.
guess what gender they are.
Like out of 10, we get probably 3.
Wow.
Nothing. And most of the ones I get, I'm like yes. And if not, I'll be like, girl, like change this up and like send it back. Like,
you are pro women. Like
100%.
You're trying to promote women in the business. Because obviously we all know there's like a double standard in the music industry. Hey, you know. So have you had any experiences already? And
yeah.
Really?
I think so, yeah. So, you know, being a female and then like with Instagram and stuff. So I went from modeling to DJing. So, you know, I started with more of like a sexy image kind of thing. So I'm trying to transfer that to like being more, you know, a techno DJ. And like you said, everyone sees techno as like dark and you're not supposed to be, you know,
sexy.
looking a certain way or acting a certain way or whatever. So I definitely get some haters, but it's okay. Like I'll post a picture, for example, on Instagram of me like DJing, and I'll get some asshole being like, "Do you even know how to DJ?" It's like, no, I'm just standing there like twiddling my thumbs, you know. So like if that was a guy, like no one would ever say anything, you know. So it's just because you're a female and you look a certain way, people are gonna be like.
How do you think we can overcome that? Do you guys have any ideas?
I think just be
How to
yourselves
change the world.
and just keep pushing, and then like if you are good, you're good, and that will show, and it'll show people that it doesn't matter. Like you either have the talent or you don't. It's simple as that.
It's all about proving,
yeah.
I guess, yourself, right?
Sure.
It's like no one really believes in you until like you prove yourself to them. It's like it keeps happening. I feel like a lot of people have the same experiences. But in terms of like social media, I think that's such an important part of musicians' life today. Do you guys have any particular advice or like know any tricks, you know, how to, I guess, get social media
look at your
famous?
insights on Instagram and post on a certain time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like be yourself.
Gosh.
Like on my story, just be yourself on your story. Like I brush my teeth and like talk to my people and they respond and like I'll ask them stuff and like now I need to start speaking English on my story as well. So
Yeah, some American
it's like
followers.
Spanglish. Yeah.
Spanglish.
Like hey, what's up? You know, like gotta.
I speak Polish.
Yeah,
I get you. What about you? Have any tricks?
Yeah, I think just being consistent and just like being yourself. For
Oh
example,
my god, guys, be yourself.
No, I'm serious. Because like for example,
does this really work? I don't know.
No, it does. I mean, yes, you have to be, you know, just be proactive. I think that's like the main thing. Like for me, I'm a little more shy on Instagram in terms of like I don't really get on there and like speak to people. You know what I'm saying? More of like a post a picture and a comment and that's it. With her, like she said, she's up there like
brushing her teeth.
And she's like more open. So
I'll be listening to like one of
Yeah.
my tracks, brush my teeth,
Yeah.
and be like swipe up. You know? They're like,
How
oh,
do
I
you
love
do that
this
though?
track.
Wait, because I feel like a lot of people like have that fear of opening up in front of like
Yeah.
people they don't know.
That's the
right?
problem,
That's me,
though.
yeah.
That is
How
the
did
problem.
you
You have to step
overcome
out and
that?
you have to just do it. You just have to do it and like realize that it works. And just like sometimes your mind's gonna change back. You're like, shit, do it. Should I really do this? And you're like, yeah, whatever, dude. Just do it. Like, you might die tomorrow.
I am going to brush my teeth on my Instagram.
I know tomorrow you'll see me like
Yes, please tag me. I'll
Guys,
repost
we
it.
should do like what is
A
it
group.
called? Like the live stream, like
Oh,
a group
yeah.
live
I'll
stream.
do live streams.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm so dead
like
right
laying
now.
in bed, like, hey guys, what's up? Just woke up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking like you, probably.
All right. So you've been in this industry for what?
5 years, yeah.
And you started
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
So you guys both are pretty new.
Yeah.
A lot of people I talk to, they basically, you know, been in a game for like 10, 20
Yeah,
years.
yeah. Most people I talk
Hopefully.
to are like, so, like, have happen, and they're are like legends, and they're
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
me questions. Like, I don't like. You're the one that like
Supposed to know
Yeah.
your questions.
like, you want the new stuff? This is how it works.
Can
This
you
is how the
imagine,
new.
so can you imagine yourself like in 10, 20 years still doing the same thing you're doing right now?
Not the same thing. Probably
Okay.
like evolving.
All right.
Probably like I definitely want to throw parties all over the world, and
Mm-hmm.
I have like a lot of projects that I want to start that are not just electronic. They're also like hip hop and rap and all
Oh, wow.
these different genres, and like there's just so much I want to do. I just need to organize my life a little bit and like.
So have you ever thought about like blending, let's say techno
Yeah.
with hip hop or
100%. Yeah,
R&B?
we've done it. We've done it.
You've done it already.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Beatport. We had
I
a
missed
couple
that.
of rappers. Yeah.
Because this is something I'm
I'll send you
really
the link.
into.
That was like a good 3 years ago. The guy's now in
Definitely.
jail. Maybe that should not be in. But yeah.
Well, I know he's gonna get some clout, right? Give him some clout. What about you? Are you like kind of set on like techno just the way it is, or you want to experiment a
Yeah.
little bit?
I think my music taste will continue to grow and change for sure, but in terms of career-wise, I definitely cannot see myself doing anything else except like DJing and producing.
Well, thank you, ladies, for chatting with us.
Thank
and coming
you
to
for
New York
having us.
City. Who would you actually want to see on this show next? Who's your inspiration that you would want to see here?
Like, I'd love to see Victor
Okay. What about you?
or Danny.
Probably either Christoph or Mathine.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
they're
All right, Victor and Christoph, I know about you guys, so you've got 24 hours
Yeah.
to check on my email. This is a no BS challenge, okay? These ladies are waiting, so don't be hesitating for too long. All right, well, thank you.